Roger and I are going to have a quick walk round. Without further ado, we're going to get off and have a look. So what's new? What's new? What can we find that's new? Let's have a look. So I'm on the Festool stand with Roger, and there's a couple of things I'm looking out for. So in particular, I'm really interested in this new insulation saw for cutting, you know, PIR, Celotex type brands and that sort of stuff. Look at that drill bit on there, look. That looks like a domino bit. Alan, come over and see me. Alan, right mate. Alan, I need to have a look at the insulation saw. I believe you got it out for me.
Yes.
It wasn't on the stand. I want to have a look at it and I want to talk to you about what I'm going to be doing with it shortly. All right? Yeah, I'm just going to turn this off because it's ringing, and that's one of my carpenters. So what we got, Roger, is the new Festool insulation saw. This is something which I've been looking forward to looking at and trying, because I use a lot of PIR in various thicknesses from 50mm right up to 150mm. This saw is meant to be able to get it nice and square, nice and true. It runs on the rails, and hopefully it simplifies the installation. Secondly, it takes the dust away, because that stuff's horrible. Even with a mask, it covers you like pebble dash all over. So,
and also, Robin, you don't like gaps in your...
I don't like gaps, no, because PIR insulation board is tested to have no gaps. Now, I'm not just talking about the front edge gap, I'm talking about nice, true fits, a nice compression fit. And anyone who's using it in a roof knows that timber undulates. It's really difficult to make that perfect, unless you're cutting a rafter, putting your insulation in, pushing another rafter up against it. Obviously, you could do it like that. So this is going to hopefully make the job easier. Now, it looks a little bit like a jigsaw. This is running on the 18-volt system, so it's obviously battery operated.
And then this is the base for the PIR blade.
Yeah.
That locks the base in.
Yeah.
And then this base runs off the back of the guardrail.
Yeah.
50mm offset.
Yeah, no problem. So if you're using a 400mm piece, your rail's going in at 350, and then you're going to get your extra 50mm to the side of that fence there, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
Safety switch.
Yeah.
Double tap for on.
Yeah. Right, so it's similar, a bit similar to the jigsaw. It's got something a bit like that.
And then your insulation.
Yeah.
Extraction, sorry.
Right, so we've got a simple riving nice, which is fairly solid. Obviously that's set at 90 degrees to the base, which is what you want. And this is the material we're talking about. This is PIR board, and this is one product that it will do. It will also do dense fiberglass type insulation, I'm correct, but I'd imagine that will take the blade, wear the blade down after a while, just like anything else. It's because it's abrasive. So you know, if you've been watching the cable build series, we're doing a big summer house, and we're going to be using 50 sheets of PIR in between the rafters, and we're going to use this tool. So we're going to do a piece on that, showing this tool. But what I'm going to do, because I've got to cut about 100 pieces, all exactly the same size, I'm going to make myself a jig up using the long rails and the short rails, one for cross cutting and one for ripping, and we're going to use this. So we're going to be testing it for accuracy. We're also going to be testing it how long the batteries last. Obviously, depends on the power of the battery, whether it's a 5 or a 3 or whatever. It's got a dust extraction port there, which is straight off your dust extractor. And when you showed me that, you slid this up and down.
Yes.
Why is that? To enable you to put the base on?
That's correct, and for ease of putting the blade in.
It's nice and true. I mean, this is a very thin board. This is what you might put underneath your rafters for thermal bridging, but it's a good example of how it works. I mean, obviously, you're going to get a little bit of dust coming out the bottom of the blade, but I reckon that 90% of that's going back up that tube, isn't it? Will it do an angle cut? A compound angle. So I'm doing a hipped roof, for example. The rafters are parallel, but where it comes up to the roof, hey, come over here, Come over here, look, this is one of my proteges here. He's one of the best chippies. Look at the size of you. Look at the size of him. So basically you're coming up to the top of your roof and you're going to meet a hip. So you've got a compound angle on there. So obviously that's something which this won't deal with at this space. Okay, fine.
You can do a freehand.
Yeah. So what I'll do in that situation, it won't do a compound cut, but all I'll do is I'll run off on the saw an angled bit of timber, which I can run that against, and that'll give me my compound cut because it's got plenty of depth on there. So the other thing is, see the groove in the bottom? Designed to fit on the rail. So you allow 50 millimeters. That's the distance from the riving knife to there. Josh is an amazing roofing carpenter amongst other carpenters, isn't he? He's been 15 when you first started with me.
Yeah, 7 years of training.
He was 15 years old and I took him on a roof in Sutton and we were so high up and we had a steel frame and I can remember him like this on the top of this steel frame. I was like, it's all right, relax, just don't look down, just keep looking forward. But now he's dancing around on them all day long. So this is something you're interested in, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah? So we'll give this a go, shall we? Yeah? So it's good to see you. What have you been buying?
Nothing yet, just got in.
Oh, have you? Thought you rained off?
No.
Yeah, same as me, mate. Yeah, same as me. But anyway, so there you go. We're going to give this a go on the cable build. We're going to see how it fares up. I mean, I'm really looking forward to trying this because I dislike doing PIR board of any sort. Thanks for watching.